Good morning, everybody. I'm reading today 2 Kings 17, verses 17 and 18. And Israel caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire, practiced witchcraft and soothsaying, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel and removed them from his sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah. Amen. One of the fruits of a sinful, rebellious society is that it treats its children in barbaric ways. In Joshua's day, the Lord had told the Israelites to destroy the Canaanite nations. A major reason for this judgment on them was that they had caused their sons and daughters to pass through the fire. They had been killing their own children in gruesome ritual offerings to their idolatrous gods. Hundreds of years later, as we read today, severe judgment came upon the Israelites for the same reason. In the UK, over the last few weeks, a young nurse has been found guilty of murdering 7 premature babies, which are under her care, and attempting to murder some others. Rightly so, there has been shock, disgust, and outrage. How could someone who seemed so normal and nice have done such a thing? How could they harm these who are the most vulnerable in society? How could they do it? And yet, in hospitals and clinics all over Britain, babies of the same gestational age as the ones the nurse murdered are routinely and legally put to death in the womb because their parents don't want them. In fact, the number of babies per day that are killed like this in the UK is about 575. And worldwide it is about 200,000 per day. Is there shock, disgust, and outrage at this? Only from a tiny number of people. Instead, it is often celebrated as a virtue of a modern civilized society and seen as a mark, in particular, of women's rights. This is real progress for women and for our culture, we are told. On top of this, in our Western schools and in children's books, children are increasingly being exposed to all manner of perversions, which only a few years ago would have shocked most adults in our countries. How can people be so blind? Is the world now completely insane? It is no wonder that Western society is decaying so rapidly. It seems to me that there are all the signs that, like Israel of old, we are now under God's hand of judgment. Thank God that the gospel remains a beacon of hope. What a contrast it displays to the barbaric ways of men. God did deliver up his son to death, but he didn't do it to satisfy perverse lusts. He did it for us. He did it for love. He delivered him up for us all, Romans 8:32 tells us, so that whoever believes on Christ should not perish, but have everlasting life. Amen. Have a great day.